Downtown Indianapolis moving at warp speed in this time-lapse footage. We're in the basketball hotbed of Indiana. Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. Alongside Craig Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Ibaka.
And he's not been as efficient this month as he had been earlier. Take a look at his true shooting percentage and it will show that he's gone a little bit frosty. Maybe tonight he can get that touch back.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, Victor Oladipo has a huge task and a long road in front of him making his way back from that knee injury. But you talk to his teammates and they rave about his mental makeup. They say he's an incredible person, great to be around, the most positive guy they've ever played with. So, Kevin, if anyone can come back from this, he can.
You better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. And tonight's game may be won or lost. On that front line, Smitty, what makes for an effective front court tandem, do you think?
I think, first of all, if that tandem can switch on pick and rolls, that tandem can shoot the basketball and also make plays somewhat like a guard. But the biggest thing is if they can rebound and able to guard smaller guys, this will make them great.
Interesting. Here are the five for the Raptors. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. On the wings, Powell and Anunoby. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard position. And for the Pacers, Turner and Sabonis playing inside. Brogdon and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. And it's Warren in at the three, the small forward. Now here's Van Vliet. To the paint. 6 on the shot clock. And it's sent back by Turner. Here's Oladipo. Powell pulls it in. Here's Anunoby. Here's Siakam. Yep, that one goes in there. Siakam's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Raptors.
Oh, great concentration from Siakam. Takes the hit, yet his eyes never leave the rim.
Here's Brogdon. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul. It's called on Toronto.
And a player who flew under the radar last year, Malcolm Brogdon. Pacers wanted to add him over the summer. Got a hefty deal from Indiana to leave the Bucks. Exactly the kind of player that the Pacers need.
The first one falls. The Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
And so he hits both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Outside Gasol. Pulls it from 20. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
Brogdon the pass to Oladipo. There's the triple. Nailed from three-point land.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Van Vliet passes to Gasol. The shot's good.
Capable of making shots. Marc Gasol able to do everything you want at that center position.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Brogdon outside. Now the pass to Warren. On target from 13 feet.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's guarded by Brogdon. pass to Powell. Sabonis with the steal. Here's Warren. The shot, no good. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
I love the communication, love the hustle. They came up with big stops all night.
And so here is Indiana. After Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Brogdon the pass to Oladipo. Back to Brogdon. Just 5 on the clock. Here now a very select group of players in the NBA. Big men who can step away from the bucket and hit the three. Marc Gasol on top.
Well, he has such a phenomenal touch from long range. For a player at any position, forget about just among the big men.
First one falls for him. And the Raptors making a change here. McCaw's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. Smitty, the increased pace of the game, how does that affect players, you think, trying to get through the season in terms of, say, fatigue?
You know, I think for the teams that those coaches understand, they do a great job of playing 10, 11, 12 guys throughout the season. It usually bodes well. It's those organizations that's going 6, 7, only 8 deep. You see those guys start to fatigue, and any injury, then you really see it shows up on paper and on the floor when you're not a deep team.
Wasted no time on that one.
Terrible shot selection, but you got to appreciate his confidence.
Raptors trail by 5. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. To the wing on the left. Here's Gasol. The rebound by Turner.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
And Sabonis the bucket on the assist by Oladipo.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Raptors have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Anunoby. He's covered by Warren. Here's Siakam. And the Raptors miss again.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Brogdon kicks to Sabonis. He dishes it to Warren. That shot off. Good D by Siakam. Raptors trail by 7. Now Powell. He's coming off a 16-point game against Dallas.
And he really made an impact defensively. His 4 steals were huge.
And that one, good. And here is Brogdon. Passes it to Sabonis. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that
A
dunk?
nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Here's McCaw. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Gasol kicks to Powell. Back to Gasol. And Gasol with the dunk.
When you're 7-1, that rim's not far out of reach.
For the Pacers, they come in off a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. Pass to Oladipo. Shoots from 14. Good D by Siakam. Raptors trail by 5. McCaw kicks to Siakam. And the pass to Powell. Pass to McCaw. Siakam with it. Clock at 6. Shoots over Turner. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Oladipo. Toronto grabs the miss.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. An accomplished family for Anunoby. His father's a professor. His brother played pro football.
And OG Anunoby, he's put together like a football player himself. A powerfully built player for a wing.
And the first one at the line is good. 2 seasons at Indiana for OG Anunoby, and the 23rd pick of the 2017 draft. Greg, talk about his game.
You know, NBA ready physically from day one. You know, still working for consistency with his shooting, especially at the free throw line. But I like his potential as a two-way player.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And the potential Anunoby has is exciting. Has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving.
Now here's Oladipo. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Again, Oladipo missing.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
McCaw, the pass to Ibaka. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way. Misses from short range.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
Now here's Brogdon. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. Some changes for Indiana. Leaf checked in for Sabonis. Doug McDermott comes in for Oladipo. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Malcolm Brogdon. And then for Toronto, Stanley Johnson, he's checked in for Siakam. And it's Rondae Hollis-Jefferson in for OG Anunoby. Now here's Lamb. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Raptors trail by 4. Releases from 15. Basket good. McCaw has got his second basket of the game. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. McConnell's scanning the floor. At the elbow, it's Turner. On the wing, Lamb. But they'll get another chance. The shot's good from Leaf.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why: lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Powell kicks to McCaw. Passes it to Ibaka. And it's sent back by Turner. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. And Toronto has possession. 4-point game. 3 on the clock. The Raptors need to get a shot off. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And we get a chance to check out the numbers for Lamb. He's putting up 9 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
He understands his role. He accepts it. He's one of those guys who doesn't need the ball to be effective.
Now, here's McConnell, guarded closely. No good from Lamb.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
You feel like Jeremy Lamb has been in the league forever, mostly known for being a piece in the Harden trade when he left OKC, but Lamb is coming to his own the last few years.
Good on both. And Jeremy Lamb, you feel like, Greg, he could be kind of a late bloomer.
The improvement he's shown the last few seasons has been huge. Much more comfortable as a scorer, and the defense has picked up for him as well.
Powell finds Johnson. Gets an open look and hits.
The catch and shoot game, something you want to be able to do at this level. Johnson's been putting in the work.
Now, here's McConnell. Outside, Lamb. Outside, Turner. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Outside, Lamb. 5 to shoot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And here are the numbers for Turner. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. 9th in blocks. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. Aaron Holiday is checked in for Turner. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Toronto. Trailing by 4. Powell kicks to McCaw. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Ibaka. Here's McCall. From 18 feet away. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And Stanley Johnson is going to pick up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. For Indiana, they have been excellent at the free throw line. Here today, a flawless 6 for 6. And Steve, some classic shoe brands making a return to the NBA with updated versions. Smitty, what was your sneaker of choice back in the day?
Kevin, that's funny. I started off with the pumps, the double pumps, and then I ended up with a shell toe low top. And then now you see all the youngsters now wearing low tops. They used to tell me back in the day, low tops were not good for your ankles. But I didn't really jump that high, so I was okay.
Pacers leading by 6. And Holiday has it in the corner. Indiana again missing.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And out of UCLA, Norman Powell, an athletic 6'4" combo guard, said he modeled his game after Russell Westbrook.
And I can see why. He's gifted physically as well. A 6'11" wingspan, a 40-inch vertical leap. He's more of a 2-guard in my opinion, and he's off to a strong start in his young career.
No good on the free throw. The Raptors making a switch here. Boucher is checked in. And he sinks the second.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
1:33 left to play in the first. And Lamb kicks to Leaf. It's good. Leaf's got his second bucket tonight.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Now here's Powell. He's covered by McConnell. Johnson outside. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. There's the 3. Doesn't go for him. So Indiana will take it the other way. outside, Lamb. A floater, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Johnson.
And doing a good job getting to the line and capitalizing.
The first free throw is good.
And the Raptors took some heat for parting ways with reigning Coach of the Year, Dwayne Casey. But his successor, Nick Nurse, guided this franchise to an NBA title.
Tremendous self-belief and determination. The only NBA head coach who was also a head coach in college, the G League, and overseas. He's been preparing for this for a long time.
Raptors trail by 9. Powell with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Pass to Boucher. From past the arc. The shot by Powell, no good.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
McConnell kicks to Leaf. Outside Holiday. Launches it. Toronto grabs the miss. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Boucher. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. And so it's the Indiana Pacers. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We come back right after this. Marc Gasol so appreciated by his fans, and certainly a lot of Spanish-speaking fans excited about his success.
It's just fun. You see more fans on the stands that speak Spanish, even they're from Spain or Argentina, Mexico, whatever they're from. They support the Spanish-speaking people, and they love the game also.
And great to see so many different cultures and countries embrace the game.
Yes, and with players like Gasol having so much success, I think it helps give those Latino and Spanish-speaking fans a connection to the NBA.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Raptors. We've got Fred VanVleet. Johnson is out there with Hollis Jefferson. And it's McCaw in at the 2-guard spot. So he gets them both. And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred VanVleet's not the biggest, but his toughness great. His toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
Down low, here's McCaw. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist. McCaw has got 6.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Pacers leading by 9. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. On the wing, Lamb. 8 points for him. Shot clock at 6. From downtown, the rebound by Johnson. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Toronto. McCaw, the pass to VanVleet. No good on the shot. Some solid defense there from Lamb. The 3 hits the 3-point bomb. He's got 11.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
Here's McCall. He's got 6. Back to Van Vliet. The dish now to Johnson. And the shot goes in. Johnson's got his second basket of the night.
I'll tell you what, Stanley Johnson is built to take punishment. Nice play.
Here's McConnell. Passes to McDermott. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. He kicks it to Lamb. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get it back. Leaf, and he makes that one. And the Pacers lead by 12.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's covered by McConnell. For the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Van Vliet's got it back down to within single digits for the Raptors. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. And he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. And after winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. The emphasis on freedom of movement, less grabbing and holding on the perimeter, Steve, has made some players almost impossible to defend.
Yeah, James Harden, because he likes to be physical, and is how can you not guard him without being physical in return? Steph Curry, because he gets an opening shoot shot. Lillard, Kyrie, Devin Booker, Giannis, Kevin Durant for sure. It's hard to guard these guys because they're so good on the offensive end.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Sabonis, he's checked in for McDermott. T.J. Warren comes in for Jeremy Lamb. Oladipo, he's checked in for Aaron Holiday. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Now, here's Brogdon. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. To the inside, here's Siakam. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. And that's now 6 points for Siakam. Now Brogdon. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. And stolen by Siakam. Van Vliet kicks to Siakam. It's stolen by Oladipo. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way. Shoots over Van Vliet. Here's Leaf. And no good that time. Good D by Siakam. Raptors trail by 7. Anunoby, no good. And the call will be against Patrick McCall. That's his first foul. The Pacers making a switch here. Turner's checked in. Here's Oladipo. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. Pass to Brogdon. Oladipo outside. 6 to shoot. And the layup falls. Oladipo's got 5.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Van Vliet passes to Gasol. And Brogdon comes over to help. Stolen by Warren. And there's the pass to Oladipo. A 3-ball. He scores for only his 3rd time tonight. Now 3 for 10, taking time out of the hole.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
To the middle. And then Oladipo with the jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Here's Van Vliet. The Pacers making the shot. Siakam trying to free himself up. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And the shot goes in.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
To halt the run, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Miles Turner. The Raptors shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And he makes the first.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Anunoby, and it's Powell in for Patrick McCaw. And he makes both free throws. Steve, it seems like criticism of NBA officials is reaching a very interesting level. We see players, coaches, and now even executives confronting these officials over their calls.
You know, I know we love the word transparency, but I think also for these referees, because of technology as well, we're seeing these players from so many different angles. And all we want to talk about if we're coaches and executives and players are the plays they miss. And I think that's what we're, putting too much energy in.
Pacers leading by 12. Brogdon outside. Warren against Siakam. Now, here's Warren. Defense right on him. Good D by Siakam. Gasol on the high post. And the layup's good off the glass. Gasol's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Indiana's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And here is Brogdon. Oladipo outside. His three-pointers off the mark. It's Powell on the wing. Guarded by Oladipo. Turner against Gasol. Over to the wing. Fires it up. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Van Vliet. He had 13 points in the win against Dallas. The lead now in single digits. Siakam's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Who would have known Siakam, the floor spacer, he could just do a little bit of everything for you.
And here is Brogdon following the three-pointer by Siakam. Oladipo against Powell. And here's Brogdon from the arc. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. And it's 7 points for Malcolm Brogdon. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Milwaukee Bucks.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
It looked like there were communication breakdowns all night. Deadly, especially when you're on the road.
Here's Oladipo. He's got 14. Another shot. Sabonis, bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Siakam with it. Brogdon picks him up. Pacers leading by 12. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, just a good job here in the second. Pounding it inside, getting good looks right at the basket. Big reason why they're in front.
For Indiana, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. Now here's Powell. And Siakam has it in the corner. And that one drops. Siakam's got 9 points in the quarter.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Up top, Brogdon. He has 7. Oladipo against Powell. 6 on the shot clock. Right side, Warren. No good on that one. Good D by Siakam. Raptors trail by 12. Lobs it up for Ibaka. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Now, here's Brogdon. Covered by Van Vliet.
Gasol with those long arms is a shot blocking expert, especially down low.
Powell, that's good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now, here's Oladipo. 14 points for him. Brogdon outside. High, arcing shot, and the layup is up and in. Brogdon's got 9 points.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Pass to Gasol. Takes it from 10. It's rebounded by Indiana. Sabonis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Indiana making some changes. Lamb comes in for T.J. Warren. And Aaron Holiday is subbed in for Oladipo. And Toronto also making a switch. Boucher is checked in. Now, here's Brogdon. He's got 9. Here's Sabonis. Yep, it counts. Sabonis has got 4 this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Now here's Van Vliet. He's guarded closely. The shot by Powell, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
For Indiana, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. That free throw good from Brogdon. Brogdon hits them both. 7 seconds left in the first half. 1 second left. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Victor Oladipo getting it done for Indiana. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
So it's Indiana who's out on top at the half. They lead by 14. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, we can't look past the huge contribution their bench has provided. They've got this lead mainly because of the injection of energy and offense that they got from their reserves. That's what a coach wants to see. I'm guessing the minutes will be spread out a little bit in the second half.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
That was very undisciplined half of basketball they just played. You can see it in all the points they gave up at the free throw line. Listen, I don't mind the aggressive attitude, but they took it too far with all the silly, crazy fouls.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Victor Oladipo in this game, he has been everywhere.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Brogdon and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. Turner and Sabonis playing inside. And it's Warren in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
Now, here's Warren. He feeds it to Turner. From down in the low post, it goes. Turner's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Pacers. And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Marc Gasol made a total of 12 three-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
And you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job description for big men nowadays.
Passes it to Oladipo. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And you hear it all the time about how they say reaching the top can be the easy part. It's the staying there that's the true challenge. And Victor Oladipo achieved stardom, but has to make his way back after his knee injury in early 2019.
And Oladipo had already dealt with soreness in that right knee, and you talked about that, missing about a month earlier in the season.
And some suggested he came back too soon. Hindsight always 20/20, and players want to be out there to help win games. Sometimes teams have to protect them from themselves.
Pacers leading by 12. Now here's Brogdon. He's got 11. Rejected by Gasol. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. The offensive rebound. Anunoby, good.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Pacers. At one point, they led by 16. And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Brogdon with it. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Siakam against Warren. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Brogdon.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Still a ways to go between now and the three-point contest, but it's always fun to talk about it. Let's see who has the best shot to earn a spot in this year's event.
And maybe this list changes between now and All-Star Weekend, but I don't think anybody would be disappointed if it stays exactly the same as it is right now.
Well, you look at Gasol. He's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. He'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
What I like during this run, they paid incredible attention to the details at both ends. That needs to continue.
Here's Brogdon. Following the basket by Marc Gasol. Here's Oladipo. Offensive rebound. Sabonis scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
He's not looking at the score. He's staying focused, and he's staying active.
There's 2 things they rely on him for: being competitive and bringing energy.
And they double up Gasol. And too long on the shot. Pacers leading by 10. Here's Brogdon. Shoots over VanVleet. Here's Turner. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Especially when you're this far down, you have to make the most of every sequence.
The Pacers making a switch here. McConnell's checked in. The Raptors also with a sub. McCaw, he's checked in for Norman Powell. Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 7.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level, and his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you. Now, here's McConnell, covered by Van Vliet. Kept alive, Oladipo. Off with the layup.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
Van Vliet passes to Siakam. Back to Van Vliet. This one for 3. He's off on that one. And Indiana will come the other way. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Steve, the number of timeouts and even fouls have dropped in recent years. Do you think that's brought a better flow to the game?
Yeah, I think so. I know we have so much stoppage in our game, especially when they go to the referee's review. If we could do something about that, but I love that they've dropped the number of timeouts to keep the flow of the game. That's what most fans want to see, just the flow of the game continue.
Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Indiana. They double him with Siakam. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Again, Oladipo missing. Raptors trail by 12.
Looking now at some numbers for Warren. His last 10 games, he's averaging 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And clearly, he's having a tough stretch here. But it's all about how you respond to the adversity. That'll be key.
Listening to your coaches, putting in the work. Those are keys. That's really all you can control.
And the first one at the line is good. Lamb, he's checked in for the Pacers. And Toronto also making a switch. Ibaka's checked in. That one misses. Indiana leading by 11. Now McConnell. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Siakam against Oladipo. Back to McConnell. Fires from deep. Here's Turner. Misses off the right iron.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
Here's Gasol. The feed to Ibaka. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Just another part of what makes Gasol so special, the vision to locate the open man.
And here's McConnell. Kicks to Turner. Dishes it to Lamb. Teardrop shot from the baseline. And there's Oladipo on the assist from Jeremy Lamb. Lamb's got his 3rd assist on the night. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto. 11-point game. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That's his first foul. Aaron Holiday is checked in for Oladipo. And then for Toronto, Boucher is checked in. And it's Stanley Johnson in for Pascal Siakam. Off the inbound pass. Up again. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Pacers leading by 9. Outside, Lamb. Feeds it to Turner. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Indiana's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Now, here's McConnell. Not a lot of room, and he comes up with the deuce. Turner's got 7 points for the quarter.
And even if you risk a foul, the D has to play him tougher when he gets it that deep.
And if you don't, they keep finding the matchup every time up the floor.
Now, here is Ibaka. 6 points for him. Hollis Jefferson can't hit. McConnell passes to Holiday. Unable to get that one. Johnson with the defensive effort. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. They get a hand on it. Van Vliet with it. Now defended by McDermott. Ibaka, the pass to Boucher. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Raptors. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And looking at the Cavs matchup, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Here's McDermott. It's tipped. Johnson up top, covered by Lamb. And that one, good. And now just a 5-point Pacer lead.
I'll tell you, that's a freight train coming through. No one wanted to step in and take the charge from Stanley Johnson.
Got a piece of it. Lamb dishes to Holiday. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Pacers lead by 7.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
To the wing right side. 3-pointer. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
And historically, you almost never saw a great shot blocker who could also knock down triples at a high clip. But count Miles Turner among the unicorns who provide that rare combination.
Shot left block. Good work defensively by Turner. Pacers leading by 7. Now here is Holiday. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And Lamb kicks to McConnell. Clock at 6. And Holiday has it in the corner. Here's McDermott. Got a hand on it. Lobs it up for Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
I'll tell you, for a veteran, Ibaka still gets sky high on these alley-oops.
Indiana's gotten off to a very slow start from 3-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And the stretch center in demand for Miles Turner. Greg, how does he take that next step as a player?
Getting stronger. And continuing to improve his recognition and communication at both ends of the floor.
Johnson can't hit.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
The Pacers making a change here. Ogden's checked in. Powell, he's checked in for Toronto. Now here is Holiday after the miss from Stanley Johnson. And the rejection by Ibaka. Here's Van Vliet, and that one is good. Van Vliet's got 10.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pacers leading by 3. Holiday finds McDermott. Pass to Brogdon. 6 to shoot. Outside Holiday. And here's the fast break. Here's Van Vliet. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Doug McDermott.
playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Raptors have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And it's tied up with that one. 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Brogdon outside. He dishes it to Lamb. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Now here's Van Vliet. He's guarded by Brogdon. They now take the lead. Powell's got the lead up to 2 now for the Raptors.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Tremendous composure on display. When they were down big, they did not panic. They just stuck with the game plan.
Brogdon with it. 11 points in the game. Shoots over Van Vliet. And just miss after miss right now. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Raptors lead by 2. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
So many good point guards in this league. So much responsibility comes with that position. That was a smart play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. We've got Ibaka. Norman Powell is out there with Fred Van Vliet. Then it's Johnson, and it's Boucher in at the 4. And the shot by Warren, no good. Raptors with the lead. Now Van Vliet, doubled by Sabonis. Van Vliet passes to Ibaka. They get the rebound. Johnson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The powerful frame of Stanley Johnson, able to withstand contact on the interior. This time, gets sent to the line. You know, for a player like Stanley Johnson, you are just waiting for the offense to come around. He has shown to be a solid defender, but that's just not enough to find consistent minutes.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, it's been difficult for Stanley Johnson to live up to his draft spot of number 8 overall back in 2015.
You see the talent, Kevin. The fans are still waiting for Johnson to turn the corner with his offense. He's still working to pass the 40% mark from the field in his career.
So Johnson hits 2 of them.
The 8th overall pick in 2015, Stanley Johnson was taken ahead of some great prospects, but holds tremendous potential himself.
Now, here's Brogdon. Outside Warren. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Anunoby, he's checked in for Toronto. Raptors leading by 4. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. The pass to Ibaka. Inside. Here's Powell. In time, he gets the jumper to fall.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pacers shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Brogdon outside. Pass to Sabonis. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now here's Van Vliet. He's covered closely. Pacers trail by 6. Now the Pacers moving it up. Brogdon leading the charge.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the fourth quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
Here's Ibaka. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the way in. And the Raptors lead by 5.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
Brogdon against Johnson. Brogdon kicks to Sabonis. Left side Lamb. Goes back up. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And you look at per minute production, you can make a strong case that Domantas Sabonis at times has been underutilized. With consistent minutes, he can give you an efficient 20-10 every night.
Free throw good. Sabonis. And Sabonis having to spend some time at the power forward spot in today's game, Greg. He's pretty big for that position.
I mean, 6'11", 240. He's gotten leaner, done some yoga, worked on strengthening those hips, looking to stay mobile. And that ought to serve him whichever position he plays.
Both shots good from the stripe. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Van Vliet passes to Gasol. And they're running. Oladipo for 3, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got 6 assists here tonight. Gasol deciding where to go with it. Turner against Siakam. He can't hit that time. Good work defensively by Turner. 9 feet out. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. And the shot by Warren, no good. For Toronto, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Van Vliet gets it to fall from the right block. And the Raptors lead by 2. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And here is Brogdon. Passes it to Warren. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Turner. And Turner throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Coming into the league, Siakam's defense was well ahead of his offense. As you can see tonight, that's evened out.
Indiana's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Brogdon with it. Now guarded by Siakam. And it's slammed in by Turner. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 10 rebounds.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
And it comes off the front of the rim. And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Pacers. At one point, they led by 16. Pass to Turner. Back to Brogdon to take the lead. The rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Doubled by Sabonis. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Warren, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
Back to Anunoby. Siakam against Turner. Fade away. Siakam misses.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball, unable to help them close this gap.
Oladipo for three, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got his 8th assist in the game. Raptors trail by 5. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Poked loose. The pass to Anunoby. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Van Vliet. No good again that time.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense. He might have gotten over eager.
Warren the pass to Turner. Brogdon outside. To the inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. They get Marc Gasol. The first one falls. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
See, now he's getting defenders back on their heels a little bit, getting to the foul line here in the second half.
And with that shot, the Indiana lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Van Vliet.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
For Indiana, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%. Pass to Warren. With the floater. Second shot opportunity. The shot is good off the backboard. Warren's got 4 points this quarter.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Pass to Anunoby. All alone. Sabonis grabs the board. Got a piece of it. Pass to Anunoby. He feeds it to Gasol. Anunoby kicks to Gasol. Over Sabonis. And with that shot, the Indiana lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Gasol. Brogdon the pass to Sabonis. Powell against Oladipo. Shoots over Powell. Oladipo misses. Raptors trail by 4. Lets it fly from 18. And the jumper is good. And that's now 17 points for Siakam.
This speaks to Siakam's all-around game. You're going to give me the mid-range jumper, I'll take it.
Indiana's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's foul number 2 for him. Warren kicks to Turner. Indiana moving the ball around. Oladipo against Powell.
And after shooting over 45% in that first half, which helped them build the lead, it hasn't been quite as easy for them here in the second.
This is a big part of Siakam's game. The ability to put the ball on the floor and make a play.
The Pacers have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. The pass to Brogdon. Pass to Sabonis. The kick out to Warren. Rebound by the Raptors.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
And the shot goes in from Siakam.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Timeout called the Pacers. And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Marc doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
And now a moment to take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
Yeah, it's his job to keep their offense ticking, and tonight he's earned his keep. He's been able to find open teammates everywhere, feeding the post, creating open jump shots on the perimeter. His passing has been the best element of his game.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Van Vliet kicks to Gasol. And another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Brogdon outside. Passes it to Warren. Elbow shot. And again, it's Indiana converting.
The defense was clearly not on the same page. No one picked up the open man.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Raptors. Pass to Siakam. Turner with the steal. Brogdon with it. Now guarded by Siakam. Turner dishes to Oladipo. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. No good on that one. Good D by Gasol. Here's Anunoby, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And the native of England, Anunoby doesn't back down from taking the big shots.
There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Poked away. He's got a clear path. Powell, that's good. And now a 4-point Raptor lead.
And you've got to wonder just how big those points are going to be. A swing like that could decide the outcome.
Indiana's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Oladipo against Powell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
If he hits all of those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable, but now still a one-possession game.
Van Vliet finds Powell. Oladipo with the double team. And Anunoby now top of the key. Sabonis grabs the board.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
A pass to Oladipo. Shoots from 14. The rebound by Gasol.
Coming out of halftime, he wanted to start strong, yet the opposite happened.
Siakam passes to Anunoby. Shoots over Brogdon. Good!
What a baller this young man is. Anunoby, even though he's young, he looks like a veteran in the clutch.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They trail by 5. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Warren. Second chance shot and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
He drops the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And Sabonis drops them both.
Clutch. Those free throws turn this into a one-possession ball game.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Here's Powell. And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
And they go to the intentional foul. It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Timeout called the Pacers. They're behind by 4. There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
And on the defensive end, they'll have to foul whomever gets the ball. No time left to be picky.
And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for Indiana. Here's Brogdon. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Good on the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Brogdon hits them both. Knocked loose, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Brogdon.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
On its way from Oladipo for 2, and once again off the mark by Indiana. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Mark. Not the prettiest of games, but you got the job done. What was the difference down the stretch?
Getting stops. I thought we got good start. We took away the pain. You know, we did multiple efforts. So we did a good job rebounding the ball and, you know, make a couple shots at the end too.
Offense and defense equals W's. Thanks, Mark. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.